Good evening, City Council. My name is Tim Beeman, Assistant Director of Public Works, here to discuss Agreement 326-00128 with Carollo Engineers, Inc. for construction management and inspection services for the primary clarifiers and activated sludge improvements project, PW 2117. This is the second presentation for this project that I am providing tonight. If this is the first one you're clicking on, I recommend that you go to the construction presentation first, as that one has a lot more information for this project. The recommendation is that the City Council approve and authorize the mayor to execute an agreement with Carollo Engineers, Inc. for an initial term of 3 years from December 3rd, 2025 to December 2nd, 2028, with the option for 2 consecutive 1-year period extensions ending December 2nd, 2030, for a total amount not to exceed of $3,781,680 for construction management inspection services for the primary clarifiers and activated sludge tips project, PW 2117. A little bit of background is that the 2017 Public Works Master Plan identified the primary clarifiers and the activated sludge tanks as 2 areas requiring improvement. We did issue an RFP for a consultant, and Brown and Caldwell was selected back in 2021. And the work they did was to complete the design of both of these portions of the treatment plant. That design was completed in 2024. However, due to existing work that was already going on at the wastewater treatment plant, we decided to postpone bidding out this project till now. Again, if you went through and listened to the presentation on the construction agreement, this is a little bit of repeat, but here's the aeration tanks. The one on the right are in service, the ones on the left are out of service, and those pipe works on the bottom of the ones on the left are actually what we'll be replacing. Those all the mechanical equipment and analyzers. We'll also be adding in some baffle walls, changing a bit of the treatment process that will allow us to take down the biofilters. Here's an aerial view of the primary clarifiers. Again, some of the older parts of our treatment plant and all the mechanical repairs, some underground pipe work, some structural repairs, and that building in the center will also be improved upon. The request for proposals. For PW 25-135 for construction management inspection services for this project was released on May 21st, 2025, and the due date was July 8th, 2025. We sent that RFP directly to 14 firms and published it on publicpurchase.com and the city's website. Again, despite those efforts, we only received 2 proposals. Selection committee consisted of the Public Works project manager and 2 utility project managers. So staff ranked the 2 proposals based on the following criteria, which was company profile, qualifications, assigned staff, project experience, project approach and understanding, and level of effort. Carollo Engineers was determined to be the highest ranked and experienced proposer. We have recently completed several projects successfully with Carollo as the providing CM services, and the team that is on this is very similar to the team that was on those other projects. So their scope of work includes, project management, data review, some of the condition assessments, the construction oversights, QA/QC. They help doing the paperwork for any design clarifications. So if the contractor submits a request for information, then Carollo can either answer it or they send it to the engineer of record. So there's a lot of coordination that goes into projects of this size, day-to-day document control, and requests for information, potential change orders, payment applications, cost schedule, all of that. And so for projects of this size, we have meetings every other week that are formal with all the stakeholders. And then we also have meetings on a more than weekly basis between the CM, the city, and the contractor. So the total cost for the agreement per Carollo Engineers for CM services is $3,781,680, and that's over the 5-year term, if extended for all the years. And there is sufficient budget funds available in Project C1814 for the Wastewater Capital Fund 612, and that's funded from the Wastewater Fund 611 to cover the costs, this portion of the cost for the project. This concludes the presentation.